You make me so proud.
Yes, it's a beautiful morning on the Bumper Breakfast today, and we're glad to be back here with you. Apologies, we're starting about, let's just say that we're starting 8:30 today. We had some things we needed to sort out first before we went on air. How are you all doing, and how have you been? This morning, of course, Lagos seemed to be clear. I was coming in and I saw that the roads were seemingly, free of traffic. The usual congestion that you experience when you're moving along Agnebi axis that you see on the expressway, that you see if you're coming from the Bega axis, and the rest of it. There seemed to be less traffic this morning. So let's keep hope alive and feel that things are gradually resolving itself in Lagos. And many of the people who have been denied the opportunity to enter Lagos or even exit Lagos in the last couple of months will be able to do so at the end of President Muhammadu Buhari's tenure, which should also mark the completion of the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway permanently. Like, we really can't wait for that to happen. And then I came across something. Somebody said something like, last week of Buhari's regime, there's nothing that Yorubas will not greet you for. Very, very funny when I saw it on the status of someone I know on Facebook and then on WhatsApp this morning. I was particularly, wondering what exactly it is that the person was looking at. But, President Muhammadu Buhari's tenure is definitely ending this week. Yes, officially, it will end the moment he passes the baton to the incoming president, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, next week, Monday. So yes, this last week of last week of Buhari regime, is part of the greeting that we're going to be greeting ourselves now. All right, let me quickly run through the stories that made the front page of the papers this morning. And right after that, we will definitely be talking because our guest is right there in the studio. Let me begin with the Nation newspaper. I just run through about 4 stories each from the pages of the papers. We have the Nation with why tribunal rejected motions on live telecast. The requirement that the court sits in public does not mean that it should sit in a stadium or in a marketplace. The sensitive and delicate nature of election petitions should not be compared to the trials of O.J. Simpson in the United States or Oscar Pistorius in South Africa. The law provides for the shielding of the identity of witnesses in election cases. Tinubu APC opposed the consolidation of PDP, LP, and APM petitions. Second Niger Bridge, 6 other projects for inauguration today. And petrol, diesel, others to flow from Dangote Refinery July. 40% of output from the 650,000 barrel per day facility for export. And Buhari later the president to inaugurate the $18.5 billion facility. Tinubu competent to sustain economic gains, says Buhari president, and project to generate 12,000 megawatts of electricity, $30 billion to be saved annually on forex. President signs Social Investment Agency bill orders why judiciary must resist technical judgment. Tinubu will support Navy, says Buhari, as the president reviews the assets. And then the Punch newspaper coming up. Next, you have tribunal rejects live broadcast. Supreme Court decides anti-Tinubu suit Friday. And Dangote Refinery petrol hits a market July. Federal government to save 7 trillion naira. Plans project export to 53 African countries and to toxic fuel supply. Dangote. Buhari says refinery a game changer as Emefiele projects 12,000 megawatts power will be generated. Emefiele power. All right, let me just keep my mouth shut there. All right, operators, fault removal of NAMA managing director as governors-elect. Protesters, outgoing governors shun transition panels. What's that? Anyway, let's move again to the Guardian newspaper. We have this interesting chart on the front page of the Guardian newspaper this morning. And we have Telco's rise in revenues, profits fail to reflect in the quality of services. I second that. A second dart, MTN, Airtel, the chart is right there on the front page of The Guardian. You guys can take a look at it yourself. Look at the revenue, the profits, and of course, what is expected to be their performance level. Right, you have PEPC dismisses Atiku Obi's request for live telecast of the proceedings, relief for travelers as Buhari Commission's second Niger breed today. President Billy Mawel Limited, Jack Rich, celebrates wife, Dr. Elizabeth, at 30. And last but not least, you have the Nigerian Tribune this morning. Refineries first product to hit market end of July. Dangote Buhari inaugurates the refinery, calls it a game changer for Nigeria's economy. Project to generate 12,000 megawatts of electricity by this year. 10th National Assembly Speakership, over 150 opposition reps select meet defer to governors, party leaders. El Rufai deposes two Kaduna traditional chiefs. Court sacks another in Ekiti. 22 killed in Benue and Plateau as the Supreme Court. Alright, we've taken that before. Newly inaugurated assembly plans to produce 500 train wagons annually. Alright, those are the stories that made the front page of the newspapers this morning. Let's take a quick commercial break. When we come back, our first conversation is simply what happened at the Dangote refinery commissioning yesterday. Our correspondent was there, and of course we'll bring you the details.
It was a roll call of dignitaries led by President Muhammadu Buhari, the Governor of Central Bank of Nigeria, Godwin Emefiele, the Senate President, Senator Ahmed Lawan, former Senate President.
What about the children?
MITV Star FM 101.5 presents Children's Day Fun Fair 2023, featuring special side attraction which include match pass, recitation, drama, choreography, and lots more. Other side attraction include performance from celebrity artists, dance competition, comedy, and many more. The venue is MITV Carnival Ground, Alausa, Ikeja, Lagos. The date is Saturday, the 27th of May, 2023. Time 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Access fee per child 2,000 naira. So here is calling on school proprietors, parents, guardians, vendors, and sponsors to seize this opportunity. For more inquiries, call 0905 181 4588, 0803 401 5764, and 0818 726 0295. It's the MITV Star FM Children's Fun Fair. Come, let's celebrate this Universal Children's Day. It will be fun all the way.
Yes.
Can you do this?
No wahala.
How about this?
A superhero? And then